it's Rob Gill, Rob GillT channel, and today I'm going to talk to you about buying a home because it's something that's bothered me a lot. So, buying a home step by step, here's the video. So here's the thing, okay, I found that so many clients will come to a house and they'll just walk through, 3 bedrooms, off you go. Agent gets them to put an offer in, they buy the house and off they go. And I think, really? Okay. You really need to spend more time looking at the home, because 3 days down the line you're like, why did I buy that house? There was a better one down the road. So think about that when you're buying a home. It amazes me that when you go and buy a car from a second-hand car dealership or some guy or whatever the case, and we all know car salesmen, second-hand car salesmen reputations, they can sell ice to Eskimos. That's an old story. But when you go and buy a car, you'll go and look and check the tires, you'll look under the bonnet, you'll take it for a test drive, you'll check each and every little scratch, you'll check the interior out, you'll see if it's dirty, clean, whatever the case. But when you buy a house, you'll just walk through it and, okay, that's cool. So when you're buying a home, take your time, have a plan, know what you want. If you want a double garage, don't buy a house with a single garage and say, I'll build it on later. Because it's plans, it's builders, it's rubble, it's a mess. And you've got builders that'll probably come and try and rob you later or something. I don't know, just throwing it out there. A pool, maybe you can add that later. Kitchens, maybe you can change the kitchen countertops or change stoves or make it yours. But work out the costs when you do that, because you're paying a premium price. Now this is one of the biggest investments that you make. Unless you're a really wealthy person with a big business or whatever the case, this is generally one of the biggest investments you make. Treat it as such, right? So when you walk in, stop, look at everything. Look up, look down, look at the type of flooring you've got. Look and see if there's any leaks in the roof. Look and see if there's any rising damp or anything to that effect. Because you know, once you've bought that house, your friends are going to come round and they're going to point everything out to you. Hey, Pete, come and look at this big crack I found in the wall. Didn't you see it? And you don't really want to tell your friends about you. You're quite embarrassed about that. You didn't see it. You didn't notice it. You know. Make sure you've seen everything. Make sure you're good. Okay. Go through the property. Walk through it slowly. Check everything out. And don't let the estate agent pressure you into buying the house. Okay. If you want the house, put the offer in, buy it, okay? It's as simple as that, all right? Pay the price, walk away, it's the house you wanted. You'll know when it's the house you wanted. Don't buy a home for the sake of buying it because you suddenly need a house. That's also the wrong thing to do. Ooh, I need a home now, quickly buy. No, go in, make sure it's the one you want. You'll be excited, you'll walk in, you'll feel good, you'll say, this is the one for me, I love this house. That's the one you buy, okay? Don't buy it because it sort of suits your needs. I mean, you're not renting it, you're buying it. You're going to own it. You're going to have to look after this home for a long period of time. There's costs involved in buying a home or selling a home. There's costs involved there as well. We as agents, we want you to buy that house as quickly as possible. So we're going to tell you there's an offer on the house, there's this, there's that. We're going to pressure you into it and tell you if you don't sign the offer today, tomorrow John's going to buy it, your buddy, and you're not going to get the house. And you're like, oh, I'm going to lose this house. Don't fall for that, okay? Go and think about it. Speak to your wife. And that's another thing. When you go and look at properties, a lot of people go and look by themselves and they think, well, that's nice. And then go and fetch the wife or the husband and say, come and have a look at this. The downside to that is you've already made your decision. So what do? You talk your partner into buying it with you, okay? And your partner hates the house. They walk in and hate the kitchen. So this is not for me. But because you're talking them into it, because you're going to do this with the house and you're going to do that with the house, because you've already decided, you talk them into buying it. This is a decision you have to make together. So the best thing to do is the first viewing, go together if you can. Have a look together and look at the whole house, okay? Together, decide on it together. It's so important. Go out, make the offer. Brilliant stuff. Sit with the agent, put the offer in, what have you. Don't expect to get it the first time, and put a decent offer in if you're going to get the house. Okay, so that's my first part of how to buy a home. This is just a little thing I'm putting out. I'm going to put a little bit more onto this, a few more videos, because there's a lot that goes into it. What do you do with the lawyers? There's 15 steps of the conveyancer and all the rest of it. But this is just a start, just to say to you, when you go and buy a home, take care and have a look. Okay, look at what you're buying properly. Don't just rush through it. Everything else you buy in life that's cheaper, you take your time buying, even a cup of coffee. But when it comes to a house, my goodness, you just we just rush through and we buy it. Okay, don't do it. Make sure you've looked at it properly. You can't test drive it, obviously, very seldom anyway. If the owner's there, just ask a few questions. I know we as estate agents don't like you to speak to the owner, but have a go. You know, if you've got questions, ask the questions. All right, and do me a favor, go and like and subscribe to the video, like my Facebook page. It's all in the description. On Instagram it all comes down and you can see everything and whatnot. If you're on Instagram, if you're on YouTube, it's all below. If you subscribe, you don't miss out on these videos and you see everything firsthand. Thanks for watching and see you next time.